English, being the international language, could be seen as a form of systemic consent, especially if you view this reality as a control grid that operates using contracts, spells, and implied agreements. English dominates legal, financial, governmental, and corporate systems worldwide. Most of the global structure, maritime law, legalese, and corporate identity is encoded using English. When people speak or sign in English, they may be unknowingly consenting to systems they never consciously agreed to. For example, if you say, "I understand," in a legal sense, that means I stand under your authority. That's hidden consent. If the system thrives on loops, contracts, and inversions, then English is the primary coding language of this matrix. It turns the energetic act of communication into something dense, limiting, and easily weaponized, especially when repeated unconsciously. Globalization is equal to forced consent. The rise of English as a global standard was not organic. It's tied to colonialism, capitalism, empire, and corporate dominance. Many indigenous languages were erased or suppressed, removing access to higher vibrational communication. Adopting English can therefore symbolize participation in the system, a kind of compliance or surrender, even if unintentional. Because English is filled with inversion, doublespeak, and hidden meanings, using it without conscious awareness can act as energetic consent to binding spells and systems. Think of it like signing a digital agreement you never read. You agreed without knowing what you agreed to. Using English intentionally and with spiritual discernment flips the script. Once you're aware of how it works, you can speak carefully and with power, break subconscious agreements, and reclaim your words as your own energy tools. I personally set the intention that I only consent to my words meaning what I feel in my heart that they mean, not any unknown spells or inversions attached to the words or the sigils. English as the international language can be seen as a layer of consent, especially for energy beings who unknowingly enter into symbolic contracts through language. But awareness dissolves false consent. When you use language with clarity and spiritual authority, you transform it from a prison into a tool of liberation. Have a good day.